If you heard my previous installation, then you understand the title of this one. I'm still insecure. I praise Abba Yahuwah that as I have been favored to become older, at 52, I obviously don't see things as I did when I was 15, 14, 25, 29, 31, 34, 35, whatever. And I see that being insecure is the proper position for us in Yahuwah. Because again, if you listen to the previous installation of this message, security is usually rooted in a false sense of accomplishment, a false sense of I have arisen to great heights, everything's in place, I'm living right, I'm looking right, I'm doing right, I'm right. And when we come to that mindset, which is really a spirit, that takes us away from examining ourselves and being babies in the hands of the real security, which is the Most High, Yahuwah. So, I'm still insecure. And I'm thankful again that as I'm getting older, that insecurity is no longer a problem. Because I stirred up a lot of hell, a lot of confusion when I was secure, when I thought I had it going on. I'm so insecure now that I actually pray to the Most High before making decisions. Even decisions that a lot of people would consider not praying about. I have learned and I am still learning to pray about those seemingly non-inconsequential type decisions. I'm so insecure that before I even allow myself to focus on someone of the opposite sex, I ask the Most High, what is this person's purpose in my life? What is my purpose in this person's life? Is this the person I should consider beyond a work relationship, beyond an association, beyond a friendship, beyond a brotherly sister bond? Do I even consider them based on a brotherly sister bond? I put these type things before the Most High because that's how insecure I am. I'm so insecure that even when, looking for a new home, a new place, I take it to him. There are certain criteria that I put before him regarding what I desire, but ultimately, I always tell him, Father, just like Yahushua said, nevertheless, not my will, but thy will be done. And inevitably, he always gives me something that is beyond my expectation. What was that, 1 Corinthians 2:9? Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. He always delivers on that level just by my obedience. Just by my obedience to be insecure. Even living here downtown LA, which, you hear a lot of the noise in the background usually as I'm recording. It was not my intention to be here, my intention, but I gave it to him in my insecurity. And he put me right where he desired me to be. And it has been a barakah. It has been a blessing. All because he acknowledged my insecurity to not be secure in my own mind, in my own way. Even as I look at my business ventures, there are certain angles and aspects that I consider. There are certain communication I receive, or communications, plural, that I receive regarding, hey, you can go this angle, or here's a possible contract, blah, 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 blah. You get all these quote unquote possibilities. But in my insecurity, I put those possibilities before the Most High, and I ask Him for His one way. What is the one way, Father, that you desire me to move? What is the decision you desire me to make? Is it this or is it that? And I wait on Him, and He always comes through. Even when it comes to my communication, I was thinking about this in terms of just this evening, stopping at Baskin Robbins before I got home from work. I had a taste for a strawberry pineapple milkshake. That's still that kid in me right there. I wanted a strawberry pineapple milkshake. And so I was like, Father, can I get it? I don't need it, but I do desire it. And so I was favored to go over into what I call my old neck of the woods in Boyle Heights, and stop over there and go to the Baskin Robbins. And so while there, I was like, you know what? Go ahead and pack me a pint of that Cherry's Jubilee ice cream, So she packed that for me also. Now, I noticed something regarding how the young lady began packing the ice cream, something that technically I could have called her out on, but I didn't. Something in my spirit told me, chill, and I didn't make a big deal of it. But I also noticed that as she was making my milkshake, I never did see the pineapple go into the milkshake, to be blended into the milkshake. What she did do was, at the end, after she had filled the medium-sized cup up to the brim with the strawberry ice cream milkshake mixture that she had just blended, she then put the domed lid on top, and she filled that portion up with the crushed pineapple. Usually that's the point where they would add whipped cream, is to fill up the dome, but she added the pineapple. And I looked at that and I was like, I've never had my pineapple milkshake quite like that, and so when she brought it over, she then admitted, she's like, I wasn't sure what you were saying regarding the pineapples. I was like, it's usually mixed. It's a pineapple strawberry milkshake. The pineapples are usually blended in with. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, I can mix it again. I was like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I was like, I've never had the pineapple on top like this. I said, but I'm going to try it. I said, because one thing I know, this is what I'm thinking to myself. I'm going to be stirring around in this thing anyway. So the pineapple technically will be infused in the strawberry milkshake. Pineapple has some juice, so the juice will still get in there. And plus, it would just make for more chunks, of the pineapple as I'm drinking / eating this milkshake. So I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm not tripping about that. And so she said again, I can blend it for you. I said, no. I said, I'll try it just this way. And so even as she was handing me the pre-packed Cherry's Jubilee that she put in the freezer, in a bag after she packed it up for me and was blending the milkshake, she handed me that. She gave me my milkshake. Even before I paid, before I took out my card, I went ahead and put a straw in that milkshake, and I started tasting it. I was like, no, that's good. She's like, you sure you don't want me to mix it for you? I was like, no, that's good. And it was perfect. It was just fine. And not only did it last the entire duration of my drive from basically First and Soto over to where I live, but also I was able to bring it upstairs after I parked in the garage, and I drank on that thing for like another few minutes until I really got settled. I got out of my clothes and everything and got comfortable, and I was finishing up that milkshake. And I was cool with that. But I'm even more so cool regarding how the Most High has allowed me to be so insecure that now, as opposed to being secure, confident, bold, to have, like in my past, I would have told that girl, hey, you're doing it wrong. Mix the pineapple in with the strawberry, ice cream and the milk for the milkshake. And I probably would have come across in a very arrogant way. And if that child, that young lady, because she was a child technically, she was a young girl. She was probably like, an older teenager. But if she had been the sensitive, fragile type, the old me probably would have damaged her to some degree. I mean, even without using any type of expletives, any curse words, just the strength of how I would come across could have thrown her over the edge, could have chipped away at her in some way. You know what I'm saying? And you never know what people are already dealing with while they're at the job, and then here comes somebody from the outside throwing other stuff at them. That could have impacted her negatively. But because of this newfound insecurity, the Most High has altered me to such a degree that it's like, wait a minute, no. Yeah, I'm willing to try what you've presented to me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it technically, so it's just a different form of the same content. So let me check it out. And it proved to be all right. She was cool with it, but she also learned that normally it would be mixed in, because I was still able to tell her, but just not in a way that was so demeaning and demanding that it could have scarred her. That's because of these insecurities now. I'm thankful for them. Y'all, let's be insecure. In other words, in case you've not caught it yet, the insecurity means not being secure in yourself, in your abilities, thinking that you know what's best, thinking that you already have the answers within yourself, from yourself, concerning yourself. No. Trust in Yahuwah with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all, A-L-L, your ways, todo, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. And in order for that to happen, you have to be insecure concerning yourself. Okay? So, I am really finding that this approach, which is really a ruach, it's a spirit, is what's going to benefit us in our relationships with the opposite sex, with our co-workers, with our children, with our family, with our community, with Yahuwah. Really, because those that come to Him, He in no wise will cast out. That's concerning us to Yahusha and Yahuwah. Okay, they are one. So when we go to the Most High being insecure, He won't cast us out. And spending time with Him allows us to be changed, to be evolved, to come out of our time with Him better than we went into that time with Him. Bishop G.E. Patterson used to sing a song, "You won't leave here like you came," in Yahusha's name. Now, he would say Jesus, but I'm changing that to Yahusha. But yeah, you won't leave here like you came, in Yahusha's name. So be insecure. Being insecure has put me on the what I believe is the right path, the better path in manhood. All by being insecure. Not thinking that I'm more than I am. Even Scripture tells us to not think more highly of ourselves than we ought. Be insecure. Halal Yahuwah in Yahusha's name. So be it. So it is.